Welcome to another video, and in this video I want to talk about the new FESTOOL tracksaw. It's the TSV 60K and it has a scoring saw on it, which makes it a little bit more different than the other ones. So let's have a look to this new tracksaw. Why is this a different saw than the other ones? Well, here is a scoring blade with one cutter, a diamond cutter blade. And this is a normal TS60. Now you can put this on and off, and you can put this one on and off. And to use those two options, I am gonna explain that in the video, why you should use it or why you don't use this or this one. FESTOOL, everything green, is something that is changeable, useful. So the power button, change your blade, here's a switch, here are some switches. So everything green is something with a function. So this is a normal track saw. The only thing that is different here on the back part is this switch, which I will mention later. And they added the motor on the front part of your track saw. Now let's start with this switch. What does it do? This turns off and on your main blade, so your bigger blade. So if you're doing plunge cuts in your wood, you want to score it first maybe, and then you do your full depth of cut. It's an option that they put on there, but most of the time, since I've been using it, I don't do plunge cuts. I just do them the full depth straight away because I don't have to score them. But it's an option if you have to work clean on both sides with plunge cuts. Now, here you can turn off and on your main blade with this switch. The same thing you can do with your scoring blade. If you want to use your normal TS60 basically, you can put it off here. Here's a knob. Here it says on and off. You can put off your scoring blade, and there you go. There you have your normal TS60. Now, does it cut also under an angle? Yes, it does exactly the same thing as a normal track saw. So I think it's 47 degree that you can cut. It works also with your scoring blade. So if you're cutting under an angle and you have your scoring blade on, it will also come out and do your scoring. So it gives you a really nice 45 degree angle cut as well. So what else is different here? We have a calibration knob over there. Well, this track saw is well calibrated, so I don't really want to use that, but that's what it does. It brings your scoring wheel in or out. So it needs to follow the line of this blade exactly. Now, this is a V-shaped blade, so you can play with the depth as well. Those are the two things that you need to calibrate. Here in the lid of the sustainer, it says how you need to change your scoring blade, how you can adjust it. It's quite simple. You can bring your scoring blade in or out and change it in the depth until it follows exact your main blade. Now, what else comes with this track saw is this green cable. This is a cable specially made, so if you're gonna stand over your cable, or if your cable is gonna go over your plywood, it doesn't give you any rubber stripes or anything. So this is the standard power cable, and this one has a special rubber that basically don't give you any dirt or any stripes or whatever on your material that you're working with. Now I will show you the difference between cutting with scoring knife and cutting without scoring knife. That brings us straight away to the thing that I want to show you guys. In order to use your scoring blade, you have to start 50 mil approximately further off your edge. So your blade, your main blade, is 50 mil further out. Here I have have the FESTOOL 55, and if I would start here, and it feels more sturdy. In the beginning I wasn't used to it, and I wasn't used to it to the motor on the front side, so it's a little bit heavier, it's a little bit bigger, but if you get used to it, it feels more convenient. So your track is also need to stick out more than a normal 55 or a 60 or a 75. So that's something that is that comes with this saw in order to use the scoring blade. Now I will do a test cut, and I will do until here I will use my scoring blade, and from here to there I am only going to use this blade. So I'll put off this one. So I don't know if you can see it really good in this camera, but here no tear out at all, just super clean. Here there is some tear out on the left and the right side, so not the cleanest cut. I will do another piece of plywood with a black coating on it, so you can see this even better. So here, no scoring knife. And here we use the scoring knife. So I would say cleanest cut ever. And here there is some tear out. It's not much, but if this is your face side piece of plywood and you want to have a really straight nice edge, then this is not what you want to have. Alright, so now we're gonna do a 45-degree angle cut. We set it on 45 degree here, tight the back one knob also down, and so here we have it, a super nice clean cut, both sides. This is the piece that I cut it off from this side, so really clean, both sides, works well. Everything from 0 to 47 degrees, both sides with the scoring blade, works perfect. So if you're doing plunge cuts and you need to take out a square for something, I don't know, and you want to have clean cuts both sides, then you can use your scoring blade as well. You turn off your main blade with this switch here, you turn on your scoring blade, and then you basically start, and the only thing that will come out is your scoring blade. You do your cut all the way until you are finished, do the same thing, and then you take off your scoring blade, because if you are cutting, then you're gonna do a full depth cut, full depth cut, full depth cut. And for example, if your scoring blade have a line until here, then your main blade needs to come until there as well. So you have to turn off your scoring blade if you are doing a plunge cut in your workpiece. If you forget that, now then what happened is, you're gonna do your cut, you full depth, you full depth, you full depth. Here you're gonna pass your line, and then you have a nice clean wrong cut here, which you don't want to have. So keep in mind, if you're doing that, turn your scoring blade off if you're gonna do your full depth cut. So overall, I think I mentioned all the features of this beautiful machine. Now my experience is 3 months. I've been using this machine on all my woodwork projects, so solid wood, plywood, veneer wood. It works all the same, but I am gonna use this machine only for my plywood, so veneer wood and plywood. So I can keep a nice clean blade, and also I can use my other track saws with a 24 tooth blade. Do I recommend this track saw? 100%. If you don't have a track saw, if you are a woodworker like me, you do a lot of work in your shop and you want to buy one track saw, then this is basically a TS60 with a nice extra bonus feature. You can swap blades, then you have just a normal TS60. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger, but it gives you also that little bit extra. Why should you buy that extra? Because it gives you the clean cut in one pass. I am really like that. I don't like two cuts. In my experience, I have some troubles with that, because it's, if your track moves, yeah, you can clamp it, but if you have to swap your plywood, I am not used to that at all. So I like this machine. It gives you that extra clean, nice, solid cut. So overall, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. If I forgot something that you want to know, just leave a comment below, and yeah, let me know. If you watched this video so far, many thanks, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.